Hello and welcome to day 5 of the training session. I do hope you learned a lot so far from the training sessions. If you have any questions with the previous videos, all you just have to do is write underneath that particular video training. Just leave a comment under it, and then I will respond to all your questions and needs. All right. Now, in today's session, we're going to be discussing how to apply money management when using the OBOS strategy, which is the overbought and oversold strategy. Now, first of all, I do recommend that you find your account at a tune of $500 or more if you can. All right, I would prefer $500 if you do not have enough money. If you have enough money, it's best to invest more. All right, but if you do not have enough money, then you can just invest the minimum, which is the $250 minimum required by Dragon Options. All right, the $250 minimum. Okay, now what we're gonna do is you need to follow these rules to the letter. Trust you me, if you're gonna practice the strategy and you go against any of these rules should be like your guiding principles. It should be like I mean your how do you call it, your pledge or whatever it is. I mean, you need to follow it religiously, because if you deviate from it, you're in deep trouble. All right. Now, initially, I will say that you should invest $1 per. We will be investing only 1% per our invested capital. That's why I do recommend $500. All right, or more. If you invest less than $500, we have an amount going to be invested per trade. But usually, we're going to be investing 1% of our capital per trade. Now, if your account balance is less than $500, I will recommend you invest just $1 per trade. All right, if your capital balance is around $500, yeah, I will recommend you invest $5 per trade. If your account balance around $600, I will recommend you invest $6 per trade. In that order. If it's around $700, invest $7 per trade. If it's $1,000, invest $10 per trade. If it's $2,500, invest $55 per trade. In that order. If it's 5,000 or more, invest $50 per trade. Now let me illustrate to you why we are using this strategy, this money management strategy, in order to avoid minimize our losses and maximize our profits. All right, so give me a minute, let me take you right there. All right, now amongst everything we've spoken about so far, this is the decider. All right, that's why I call it the OBOS money management trading rules. These are rules. There are 5 rules to this. Okay, there are 5 rules to this. The other rules are down below. There are 5 rules to this. I need you to apply and follow them religiously. All right, do not deviate from it. All right, so what I would advise is, if you do not understand anything, just keep watching this video over and over again. If you have any questions, just leave in the comment section below and let me know. All right, now rule number 1 is we are going to invest only $1, 1% per trade of our capital per trade. You invest only 1% of your capital per trade. If you go more than that, if you invest more than 1% of your capital per trade, you are going to put yourself at more risk. All right. And one thing you should understand is that every strategy, no matter how good it is, loses at a point. All right, you're not gonna win all your trades. And what I'm planning on doing is helping you minimize your trade, your loss as best as possible, and make profits from the few trades you'll be taking within a day. All right. So I have 3 different scenarios, and I'm gonna show you. Now, the first scenario is the reason why I'm asking that you invest a minimum of $500. All right, this is the reason. Now, when you invest $500, 1% of $500 is $5. All right. Now, the percentage return, like I showed you, if you watch the day 4 video, you will get to know the percentage return. The percentage return is $76. Now, 5% $5. All right, 76% of $5 is $3. Now, I said $3.8 per day. Per day. I have a reason for saying per day, and I'll explain to you why. All right, it's part of the rules down there. All right, because you're going to be taking only 1 trade per day, nothing more than 1 trade per day. Now, if you assuming you win all your trades for the next 5 days of the week, you're gonna make yourself $19. All right, $19 at the end of the week. Now, if you should maintain this consistency within a month, you have 4 weeks in a month. That means that by the end of the month, you're gonna make yourself $76 from just a $500 trade capital investment, and just risking just $5 of your capital per trade. Now this means that it's going to take you virtually 6.5 months to recover. Let's make 100% return. Let's get your $500 back. All right, if you use this strategy. Now patience is what you need in binary options. You need to apply patience. Now the second one we're gonna do is, now this implies, now okay, so that's what it implies. Now this implies that you can easily make $76, like you see here, per month on consistent basis. All right, if you invest $500 capital, all right, you will invest just $5 and you can make yourself $76 consistently per month. All right, now this is the main reason why I ask you to invest $500. Just do that. That will help you a lot. Right now, if you have enough money, I will suggest scenario 2 to you. Now scenario 2 states that if you invest $2,000, that's capital. Right now, you're gonna risk just 1% of it per trade. That means you're gonna risk in $20 per trade. Now you're gonna make a 76% return on $20 per day, because remember, we'll be taking just one trade per day. So you make yourself $15.20 per day. If you can keep this consistently for the next 5 days of the week, you're gonna make yourself $76 per week, and at the end of the month you can make yourself $304. All right, now it's gonna take you the same virtually 6.5 months to make 100% return, which is get your $2,000 back. It's gonna take you virtually 6.5 months. All right, and the investment recovery period, and this implies that you can easily make $304 per month on consistent basis if you invest $2,000 worth of capital. All right, now the next thing I want to show to you is scenario 3. And with scenario 3, if you have enough money, I would advise you go for scenario 3, where you invest $20,000 worth of capital. Now if you invest 1% of it per trade, that means you're gonna be investing just $200. Now this implies that you have 100 shots to go. You have to take 100 shots before you can lose your entire $20,000, which with this strategy there's no way you're gonna lose 100 chances or 100 shots at a trade, because the strategy is that good. All right, but we're just practicing money management just to minimize our losses. So you invest 1% per trade, that's going to be $200. Now 76% of the $200 is $152. Now if you are able to consistently maintain this, win one trade per day for the next 5 days, you make yourself $760. And if you're able to do this consistently for a month, you make yourself $3,040. Now it's going to take you virtually the same 6.5 months to make 100% return and get your $20,000 investment back. Right, so this implies that you can easily make $3,040 per month on consistent basis if you should invest $20,000 worth of capital. Right, so this is rule number 1. So rule number 1 is invest only 1% of capital per trade. All right, now rule number 2 is you only take one trade per day. You take just one trade per day. That's rule number 2. Take only one trade per day. It's for a reason. All right, so you just do that. Don't overtrade the market. Just take one trade per day. Now rule number 3 says that invest only $1 per trade if your capital is less than $500. If your capital is less than $500, invest only $1 per trade. Are we good? Then rule 4 says that you can only take more than one trade per day. That's assuming you take your first trade. All right, and you lose it. All right, then you still have to keep going so you can make the profits for the day. Okay, so you only take more than one trade if you lose your first trade for the day. But if you win your first trade for the day, that's it. Do not trade again. Just leave it at that. All right, are we good? Now the next one is invest only 1% per trade for all trades you take. So meaning that for all the subsequent trades you've taken aside the first trade, make sure you invest just 1% of your capital per trade. Now the next one is you should continue to trade until you make the expected profits for that day. All right, so continue to trade until you make the expected profits for that day. Now this is the most important of them all, which is rule number 5. Now the number of trades you're going to take based on your first loss for the day in order to recover your losses and make profits. Now these are the number of trades. Now we have the loss here and we have the number of winning trades you need in order to make profits. So assuming you take your first trade, now remember the rule is take one trade per day. Take one trade. If you win that particular trade, that's it for the day. Do not trade again. All right, but assuming you take your first trade and you lose, then that means that you're supposed to win 2 more trades in order to be in profit. So when you lose just 1 trade and you manage to win 2 back, that's it for the day. Do not trade again. If you lose 2 trades in a row, that means you need to win 4 back in order to be in profit. That's assuming you take the first trade and then you lose the second one as well when you're trying to recover, and you lose the second one as well. That means you've lost 2 in a row. Alright, you need to win 4 back in order to be in profit. Now keep these numbers in your head. Alright, because these numbers are gonna be your guide and help you. Alright, so you don't overtrade the market. Now the last I want you to do is overtrade the market, because the more you overtrade the market, the more you expose yourself to risk. Very good. So great. So this means that for the first scenario, you're gonna take 3 trades for the entire day. For the second scenario, you're going to be taking 6 trades for the entire day. Now, if you're having to lose 3 in a row, that means you need to try and recover and make profit at the end of the day by taking 5 trades. This implies you're going to be taking 8 trades in a row. For the day. Now, you take 8 trades for the day, but make sure you win 5 and you lose just 3 in that order. And then it follows in that order. When you lose 4, you're supposed to take 6. When you lose, you are supposed to take 8 when you lose 5. When you lose 5 trades, you're supposed to take 8. We make sure you win 8 winning trades. So therefore, you're gonna take a total of that'll be 13. You're gonna take a total of 13 trades in that order. When you lose 6, you're gonna take 9. You need to win 9 winning trades back. So I mean, I'm gonna take a total of 15 trades in that order. 7, you need to win 10 back. I mean, they're gonna take a total of 17 trades. 8, you need to win 11 trades back, so meaning that you're going to take a total of 19 trades in that order, so you get to the very end. All right, now keep these numbers in your head and write these numbers down. If you need to watch this video over again, you need to practice this. Strategically you need to practice this, because failure to practice this and apply it strategically to the overall trading strategy, you make a disaster or create a mess out of it. When you apply this religiously, when you apply this this strategy religiously, you will make a lot of profit with it at the end of the day. All right, are we good? So make sure you follow that. Now this is just a scenario I showed you, and this can work like magic. So if you have a lot of money, I would advise you can go for $2,000, so that at least you can guarantee yourself of making at least $304 every single month. If you have more money than expected and you're ready to do real investment, I would advise you go in with $20,000. All right, and then you can make yourself $3,040 on consistent basis every single month. And if you didn't have enough money, just go with $500. That's why I was insistent. Go with $500, because it's best to make $3 a day, all right, than to invest less than $500 and then be making 76 cents per day. That will take you a long time to build up. All right, and you need to put certain emotions in check, and that's going to be the next thing we'll discuss in the next video. How to put your emotions in check. You need to really put them in check. All right, so I would advise, if you do not have enough money, just try your best and get at least $500 in, and then apply the strategy. You can make yourself at least a guaranteed $76 per month on consistent basis, and at least $19 per week on consistent basis. All right, so just do your best to follow the strategy. Now your assignment for today is, first of all, if you have opened, I believe by now you should have opened your account with Dragon Options. Now if you have opened your account Dragon Options, I would advise that you do invest at least $500. If you have enough, go for $2,000. If you have way enough and want to do real investment, go for $20,000. But I will advise you at least put in $500 so that you can apply this whole strategy you see right here, right before your very eyes. You can make this a reality. All right, so just do that. Are we good? So fund your account right now. Assignment today is, if you haven't funded the Dragon Options account, I'll need you to fund it. Fund it right now, and then just wait for my next video. Just wait for my next video. We will start applying the strategy, and then you can start trading. I know you are itching to start trading with the strategy, I know, but just calm down. Patience is what you need in binary options, and I want to help you as best as possible so that you can make the best out of your investments and you not lose your money down. All right, so till we do meet again, just remember, find your account today. That's assignments for today, and till I do come your way again next time, take care and have a nice day.